Aloha Headsets, Frank here, and we probably won't see any of these games come to PlayStation VR, but maybe, hey, a man could dream, right? Anyway, without further ado, I present my top 5 games that I want to see on PlayStation VR. Every time I live stream, at least one person will ask me what games I want to see come to PSVR. So instead of answering each of you individually, I thought it'd be fun to share my choices with all of you. Remember, these are just opinions and none of these games have been confirmed for PlayStation VR. This is just a dream list and I would love it if you add to it by letting me know what your choices are in the comments. Now for the games. Number 1, Bioshock. Now the first Bioshock is actually one of my favorite games of all time. If you haven't had a chance to play it, I highly suggest picking it up. It is well worth the couple of bucks you're gonna spend on it. The story is one of the most memorable and the gameplay is top notch, but the world is what really sells me. I think this would make a great fit for VR. It already takes the first person perspective and the environments are so detailed and immersive that it just feels like a perfect fit. It's gloomy, it's dark, but strangely exciting at the same time. Rapture may truthfully be my favorite game world ever. Not to mention the plasmids. I mean, this game in VR will almost feel like a superhero game once you reach a certain point. Number 2, The Legend of Zelda. Now, I mean this more as a whole rather than any individual game, because now after playing Crystal Rift, I would love to see some of the older Zelda titles get the VR update. The story is always entertaining, the environments have that perfect level of fantasy and realism, and not to mention these titles offer some of the best gameplay around. There are very few things in the gaming world that I would appreciate more than being able to swing my own personal Master Sword from the top of Death Mountain. Although, I know due to exclusivity we will probably never see any Zelda title on the PlayStation VR, but I know that if we did, I would not be the only one out there that's happy to see it. Number 3, Far Cry. Now, these games almost feel like they've been waiting for VR to hit. The first-person perspective coupled with what's already very immersive gameplay seem like they were almost crafted with VR in mind. Every time my arm swings, I just wish it could be my Move controller swinging in my hands. I think the Far Cry series would do phenomenal on the PSVR. Not only would the gun and bow mechanics work wonderfully, but I think the parkour aspect of the game would be a very suitable fit for my headset. Number 4, Mario games. Once again, I'm talking nearly every title, from the original Super Mario Bros. All the way to Galaxy. I'm thinking hopping into the virtual world of everyone's favorite Italian plumber would be a dream come true. We've already seen with Robot Rescue that VR platforming can be done wonderfully. Now just imagine entering the world of any of your favorite Mario titles. I would love strapping on my headset at the end of a busy day and zoning out to the simplicity of just jumping and grabbing coins. And I think the spaced out gravity of something like Galaxy would be next level in VR. Number 5, Battlefield. Finally, I gotta put this one on the list as well. Sure, Call of Duty would be cool, but I would much prefer the larger scale maps, varied terrain, and multiple vehicles if I was going to ask for a VR experience. Battlefield 1 was actually the first game I tried in cinematic mode, and wow was it stunning. Sure, the quality isn't on par with my TV, but after opening up my field of view, it was almost as immersive as any made-for-VR title out there. I would love it if they could do a Battlefield VR, and out of all the titles on this list, I think this could be one of the few that we may see in the future. I sure do hope so. I would love to hop out of a helicopter, open my parachute, and fire rockets at a tank on my way down, all in the safety of my PlayStation VR headset. Well, that's it for this one. Maybe we'll see some of these titles come to PlayStation VR. I doubt it, but hey, you never know. As always, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to stay up to date on everything PlayStation VR and you don't mind this ugly mug, friggin' subscribe!
PSVR, Frank. It's lit!
Hey you, check out this video or this video. And if you haven't already, friggin' subscribe! I mean, come on!